Let's make another randomly generated piece of jewelry. Today's numbers are drawer 1, impression die 33. This is the die we've chosen. It's a little hard to see in the negative, but this is an Art Nouveau piece that features 2 grasshopper or cricket motifs. I'm going to press some silly putty into the design and hopefully give you a better look at what the finished stamping will look like. There we go. So very typical for the insect motif to be included in Art Nouveau style designs. So this is a brand new design. Let's press it and see what we come up with. First things first, I head over to my 20-ton hydraulic press and use a small piece of urethane to press multiple times. I'm pressing, moving the urethane, pressing again until I pick up all of the detail in the design. I know I want to add a couple stones to this design, but I need to play around with some different compositions. I like to mix and match different components and just play around until I find something that looks right to me. I'm going to pierce out all of the center sections, so I make a divot and then drill a hole at each one of the divots in the spaces that I want to remove. I start in the larger center section. That's just personal preference, but I did discover that the saw blade I am using here is going to be a little bit too big to work in the smaller sections. So here is a comparison of the blade I just used and the one that I'm switching to fit in those smaller areas. Now I just repeat this same process to cut out all of the center sections. I've used different files and sanding attachments to smooth out all of the lines for the intersections, and now it's time to saw around the outside. I'm using the same larger blade that I did before because the outside edges I'm able to clean more easily, so I don't have to saw as carefully. I'm using a burr to enlarge the area where I'm going to add a stone. It's a little bit too narrow for the setting I'm using. And once I have a nice tight fit, I head over to my soldering station and use my oxygen propane torch to heat the piece evenly until the solder flows and that setting is secured in place. I'm also soldering a small setting onto the end of a piece of sterling silver wire for the ear wire. I set the stone and make a small loop in the end of the wire for the hook for where the drop will hang from the earring. I then finish the ear wires, add a patina to the piece, sign the back of my piece, and here are the finished earrings. I know insects may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I absolutely love these. I formed the ear wires to sort of mimic the look of the grasshopper or cricket legs, and I really think that that sort of olivey green CZ color is the perfect fit. I really want to thank y'all for continuing to comment and play along. This is a lot of fun, and I'm making pieces of jewelry that I would not have otherwise. So thank you for that. If you want to play along, I need you to leave me 2 numbers in the comments, number 1 through 8 to determine which drawer I'll choose, and number 1 through 85 to determine which die from that drawer I'll pick. Thanks for playing, and I'll see you in the next video.